Hey, it's fucking Schnell and Tony, and this is
Miracle Violence Connection, MVC.
this is gonna be our new podcast, and thanks for fucking watching us. Make sure you hit that subscribe and like button. Today, Tony brought over one of my favorite fucking grind records and one of his.
My favorite grind record of all time.
Napalm Death, man.
From enslavement to obliteration.
Seriously, best Napalm Death lineup. I'm sorry, Barney. I love you. You're a great front man, but Lee Doran.
Best singer, best guitarist, best drummer, and best bassist. Got Bill, Mick, and fucking Shane Emmerich.
It's pretty much a super group. Like,
yeah.
Nowadays, it would be a super group.
Carcass is still going. Bill Steer's doing double duty in both bands. I mean, this is the best album. Best music, best lyrics, but also people didn't care about the lyrics, which is why.
Can we see the artwork over there real quick? Because we're not sure if it's what year of a reissue it is, or even if it is a reissue. But it doesn't matter because it's fucking an amazing record.
Yes, sir.
See, a lot of people, like, y'all care about that stupid shit, and you don't care about the music. Like, it kind of defeats the purpose. Like, yeah, it's a great record, and yeah, Tony has it in clear, and that's fucking sick. But if he had it in black, would it sound any different?
No, sir.
Not at all. Like, it just boggles my mind that, like, some people would be like, oh, I'm gonna wait for, the special release where there's only 100 clear, like, just so you can resell it and, like,
make a quick flip.
It's a business. I know people do it in, like, retro video gaming and all sorts of any kind of collection. You're gonna meet those assholes that don't even like the bands. They buy it because they know we'll buy it. Like, it's just easy money to them. Like, it's easy to flip and everything. Like, it hurts my head sometimes when I think about it. Like, it's just a fucking bummer because there's so many records that, like, I should have, but I don't because, like,
too much money.
Yeah, it's either too much money or they sell out immediately. Like, the Neurosis box set was limited to 1,300 copies. Now, obviously, there's more than 1,300 Neurosis fans.
Oh, yeah.
I think there's two of us right here who have seen Neurosis, luckily. Like, some of you may have never seen Neurosis, and
it's an experience.
You better get off your fucking ass before it's too late. They've been around over 30 years. In the new issue of Deathball, it goes over all 3 shows they did. All 3 shows sounded insane.
Yep.
Sleep opening the first night, I think it might have been like Negative Approach or someone the second night, and then the third night was I honestly forget, but
long story short, something for everyone.
Oh, it might have been Shellac or something like that with Steve Albini. Yeah, his band. I'm pretty sure it's who it was. It's hot as hell in my room. We're both sweaty. Who gives a fuck? It's a bunch of dudes listening to fucking metal. Like, how do you not like this record? Like, I know there's people out there that are like, oh, this just sounds like caveman blast beat.
People don't like. There are people who only like death metal, and this isn't a death metal sounding album at all.
Yeah.
And there are also people who only like Napalm Death for the fast factor and don't give a shit about this, the lyrics that actually matter, and people should. There's a reason.
Especially with this logo.
There is a reason that Lee Doran left this band. People didn't care about what he was writing about. They wanted to play faster, play faster, play faster, play faster, which is great. But when there's a fucking message in the lyrics, because, oh my god, they might be punks and care about the world, maybe read it. Do yourself a favor, look it up on lyric sites. Evolved as one, it's a man's world, from enslavement to obliteration. Cock rock and alienation. Listen to this era of Napalm. Listen to Napalm Death. You can listen to it from 1983 to 2016. Lyrics are good regardless of who's writing because they're all socially conscious. But some people don't
Barney.
give a fuck. Yeah, exactly. He was a roadie for the band and was in Benediction and became their singer because Lee Doran left and did Cathedral.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
which is kind of a good thing when you think of that.
Oh yeah, you got a great band there. I mean,
yeah, we got a lot of years out of them too.
Yeah, they're creeping up on 26 years, something like that.
Well, they're done now.
Oh,
but, like, yeah,
God,
he's in with the Dead, which is like pretty much him pretty much saying "fuck you" to Justin from Electric Wizard, because Electric Wizard still owes they still owe Rise Above a record, and they were quoted in their Deathball article. Here, this isn't my words. I'm not being politically incorrect. Lee Doran was called a money-grubbing cunt by Justin from Electric Wizard, where all Lee did, to my knowledge, was try to help Electric Wizard out by reissuing like Dope Throne after people realized how good of a fucking record it was, just being there for them throughout their multiple lineup changes, somehow getting them to America again.
Yeah.
I don't know how the fuck he did that, but cheers. Like,
he's an unsung hero of the of grind, death metal, doom, a scene in general. I mean, and Rise Above still is a label today. I mean,
a sick label too. Like, everything's good on Rise Above.
You can get Cathedral, you can get an SOB split with Napalm Death. Another band that people should get into. Oh God, this entire album, people.
It's seriously so good. I was actually listening to fucking the Destruction Infernal Overkill. Like, we were talking about Destruction earlier, and I was just thinking about how fucking sick like Tormentor is on this, and fucking Bestial Invasion, Thrash Attack. Like, I like early Destruction. Like, don't get me wrong, like the newer stuff's good.
I'll check it out.
I haven't heard the new
No,
record.
neither have I. I'll check it out. I mean, because you always want to support the bands you like. I mean, you don't want to be like, oh, I only like the first 7-inch or say the first LP. It's the first handful of Destruction. Just like I'm not into every Sodom record either.
Yeah, me neither. I like early Sodom a lot. I like Code Orange though.
Good album.
I really do like Code Orange, but at first I really liked In the Sign of Evil and like Gore Obsessed. I think that was what it was called.
In the Sign of Evil is the first I ever heard of Sodom, and I've been hooked since. Same with Destruction, Live Without Sense, a live album, which is fantastic and worth listening to. It doesn't even sound like a live album. It sounds like it's a studio recording. It's that well done.
Is it one of those like live studio recordings that like Kiss would do and stuff?
Nah,
say it was
it's from
live?
like from shows like across Vienna and shit like that in Austria. Well, Vienna is in Austria stuff. But it's like you just hear all this right now and you're like, it either sounds awesome or goofy to you, but
it better sound awesome
because
if you're watching this
like,
and made it this far.
I get into music for lyrics, be it metal, hip hop, punk, anything. I care what they're saying first and foremost. I mean, if there's an awesome riff or a hook, great. That's why this album is one of my favorite albums of all time, but let alone in the grind genre. I'll never say grindcore. It sounds goofy to me, but that's just me.
I always just call it grind too. I haven't called it grindcore.
It just sounds goofy to me. Yeah. It's like, it's such a good album on every front. I mean, and you can. I got into this band and this album from reading just reviews and from the book Choosing Death, which is a great book.
Go out and pick that shit up.
Yeah, they've completely redone added content.
And new artwork by Dan Seagrave, who, as we know, signed my copy of Effigy of the Forgotten. I didn't show you that. Yeah. That's sick. He drew a little fucking. He asked me if I wanted a little critter. I said, "Fuck yeah, I want a little critter."
Yeah, why not?
So I got a little suffocation critter.
It's
sick.
That book. If you're not into certain bands or you're just getting into it, that gets you into the bands that influence Napalm Death and Carcass and like everyone should listen to the band Siege.
Fuck yeah.
Awesome lyrics, awesome music. They were them and obviously Discharge are main inspirations to bands like Napalm Death. I mean, Paul from God's Number. If you like the speed of Siege and the consciousness of lyrics of like Crass, listen to Napalm Death because that's a perfect summary of Napalm Death.
And speaking of Napalm Death, I mean,
another main inspiration.
Yeah, we're gonna wait a couple seconds. Just because this tune's badass.
It's worth the wait, folks, because if I had this record, because I didn't want the fucked up reissue where it's actually the wrong speeds or wrong Or
Really?
press,
It's the wrong speed?
Something's messed up on it. It was either the labels are messed up, or the speed, or it was, I don't know.
Wait, the one Relapse put out in 2004? Or another one?
I don't know if it was the
or
Relapse
was it 2004 or 2003? I forget.
I don't know why I think Southern Lord put it out, but I don't think they did.
Nah, Relapse has all
okay.
all Repulsion's rights. I
Spoiler,
think so.
it's Repulsion.
Whoops. You thought it was Celtic Frost, didn't you?
Another fantastic band, but you look at... and see, if you look at old pictures of Napalm Death in that era, Bill Steer is... One, he's awesome because he's wearing a denim vest under a denim jacket. But
it's the only way to go, folks.
He has the same Repulsion patch on 2 articles of clothing. They all just love that band, like just from Tape Trade and that whole scene. It's a good album. Horrified is a really good album, and so is From Enslavement.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, Repulsion used to be called Genocide.
Yeah.
Like, I forgot all about that. I was looking at it, I was like, Genocide, and I remembered, like, oh yeah.
Originally, yeah.
When the demos and shit were floating around way before, well, yeah, probably, I know I wasn't born yet.
Also, people who say Repulsion, they still got it. They never lost it, folks. They're just a solid band. They stopped for a while, but they're surprised that this many people, give a shit about them.
I'm surprised Scott hasn't wrote new songs, to be honest.
I mean,
like, Scott Carlson is an amazing songwriter.
I'm always nervous with bands that I liked that haven't released something in a while. I mean,
Carcass was the exception. They put out great records.
I mean,
in my ears.
Let's be honest, folks. I love The King as much as this guy, but I didn't care too much about Give Me Your Soul, Please.
I'd never even listened to it. I didn't give it a chance.
I didn't feel, I wasn't super into it. And yes, we're jumping all around, but
who cares?
We're bouncing around like fucking Mick Harris right now.
Yep, he would grind and he'd do this with his head and his ponytail.
Human Tornado. This will look shitty right now, but that sums up Mick Harris in one picture.
Yeah, just grinding so fucking hard.
And now he just fishes. Doesn't even play drums. Oh, yeah.
But, sorry, we reached the 12-minute mark.
I'm surprised we got that.
Yeah, this is Schnell.
Tony.
Thanks for checking us out. Hit the like button underneath. Subscribe, and we'll be back next time with more shit. Alright, peace, pussy, enjoy your life, man. Listen to metal. Listen to that drum. Listen to this part. It's fucking so good. What it eats into brain is what the baby is.
Great Dave, another underrated drummer.
Hell yeah. But pick up this record, Horrified by Repulsion, Napalm Death, From Enslavement to Obliteration. From Enslavement to Obliteration. Alright guys.